Number 0, Jason Hughes. At forward, 6'7", number 43, Alton McNeil. At center, 6'10", number 39, Philip Thornton. At guard, 6'1", number 1, Rex Ryan. The head coach of your team, give it up for your Nets.
And the starting group for Chicago. And it's Bonner in at the 1. And for Brooklyn. And it's Fields in at the 4. How much tinkering do you think coaches are still doing at this point in the season, Stan?
Well, plenty, believe me. Even if you're undefeated, there's always room for improvement. And now is when you want to start to make those adjustments. Here we go.
So Brooklyn wins the tip. Here's Graham. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
Well, that's a very early foul for him. Needs to be more careful and not pick up a second one this quarter.
Here's Bonner. Pass to Childress. Wide open look. Good. He hits the jumper.
Well, he's so potent offensively. It's easy to draw up plays for him.
Outside Graham. Here's Thornton from outside the arc. Good. And Graham with the setup.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Childress. Inside. Here's Hudson. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Here's Fields. Outside Graham. Off target with the 3. Here's Bonner. To the wing, right side. Four on the clock. Misses off the right iron.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Now here's Graham. 33 points last game. Can't get it to go, making him 0 for 2. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Here's Bonner. And you look at the numbers, currently around 22.5 points a game.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Brooklyn with the ball. Following the three-point basket by Chicago. McNeil, that's good.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's Childress. He's got 5. He shoots. That's good on the jumper. Childress has got 7 points.
Well, you can't start the game much better than this. 4 of 5 from the field.
And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Here's McNeil. Really played well against the Clippers in his last game. Graham, that's good.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Chicago leading. To the left wing. Childress passes to Rollins. Soft touch off the glass.
Making a statement here early, going right to the rack. I love it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, you want to be aggressive and get the other guys on their heels.
Now here's Graham. Boy, so much fun watching him score the ball. He's averaging a little more than 36 a game.
Well, you love the unselfishness, makes the next pass, and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Chandler. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
He's got a knack for finishing inside. That's easy money.
Graham with it. He's got 5. Pass to Fields. Lets the 3 fly. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Here's Bonner. Still without a bucket. Here's Hudson. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaken out. You look at Brooklyn, they love where they stand right. And of course the Bulls, they currently find themselves down in the bottom of the conference. Now Graham, pass to McNeil. Now here's Graham. And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. Here's McNeil. 6 to shoot. Here's Thornton. Yep, that one's good. Thornton's got 5 points. Chicago trailing here. Here's Bonner. Launches it. And that one's good. Childress.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
Left side Graham. It's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
And this is exactly why he's out here, in order to block shots in tight games like this.
So the Nets making a switch here.
Number 22, Matt McCarthy.
Pass to Fields. Here's McNeil. Shot clock at 5. Shot from 16. And he can't bank that one in. Childers passes to Chandler. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention. And now we have a minute here to take a look at which teams are playing the toughest defense. Number 1, the Nets.
Well, they allow the fewest points per game in the league. Sometimes that can be a factor of pace. But safe to say, when you're number 1, your team is elite at the defensive end.
Here's McNeil. And you look at the numbers, currently around 22.5 points a game. Thornton can't get it to go.
That's the shot you hope for, right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Bonner, pass to Childress. Thornton pulls it in. For Brooklyn, they've gone 6 of 11 so far. Here's McNeil. Pass to McCarty. Outside Graham. 3-pointer. Drains the triple. Graham's got 8.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Here's Bonner. Last game for him, he had 14. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. To the wing on the left. Pass to Chandler. Here's Childress. Shot clock at 6. From the stripe. Brooklyn pulls it in. Their last game, a win against the Clippers, looking to carry it into this one.
And we all know that on the road, you don't usually look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
Well, it comes down to preparation. They were ready for that game and kept the crowd out of it for the most part.
Here's McNeil. Pass to Fields. There's the three. Gets the three ball to go. 6 points for him.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
And now the first timeout called here for Chicago.
All right, man. It's time to set.
And the Nets making a change here. Ross is checked in. Let's see the stat sheet here for him.
On the court.
And so here is Chicago. It's a 5-point game. Here's Childers. He's got 10. Here's Theus. And again, Chicago, no good. The Nets have gone 8 for 14 from the floor. Chicago making a switch here. Frazier's checked in.
Team foul. Chicago substitution. Number 9, Alvin Frazier.
Pass to Fields. Out left to the wing. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. 6 on the shot clock. Ross for 3. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Here's Theus. There's a screen to end the drought. Thornton pulls it in. Thornton's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Graham. Here's Fields. He's got 6. Now here's Graham. Outside Ross. The 3 ball. Morales with a rebound.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And I just love playing on teams like this, passing teams. You can tell they really like playing with each other, and hopefully they keep this up.
Leonard's checked in for Frazier. Here's Cummings. Pass to Thornton. Here's McNeil. Jump shot is good. And the Nets lead by 8.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Here's Blake. No points yet. From deep. Thornton pulls it in.
That's just a great effort on the defensive side. Blasting to the shooter.
Here's Cummings. Right wing. Here's Woodson. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. 1:25 left now in the first quarter. Here's Blake. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the 76ers in Philadelphia. Fires from deep. Theus misses. Nets leading by 8. Here's McNeil. Doesn't go for him. 51 seconds left in the first quarter here. Blake pass to Theus. Brooklyn pulls it in. Thornton's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
And they're behind right now because they're failing to play quality defense. It's that simple.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. No good, off the front rim.
Yeah, he's really on. He needs to stop forcing things and move that ball.
Here's McNeil. Unloads from 13. No luck on that one. And so it's Brooklyn. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Great shot selection right now. Keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. And don't go far. We'll be right back. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, the Nets pretty much in control here.
I'll tell you what, throughout the first, they did a great job of just running their offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
And it's McNeil in at the four-man position. So that's the Nets 5. Up top, Ross. Banked it in off the glass. Ross has got 5 points.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Here's Blake. Still no points. Here's the pick. Top of the key. Woodson with a rebound.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. McNeil makes a fantastic move and nails the shot. He's got 6.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Here's Blake. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. Chicago passing it around. Takes a step back. Here's Theus. Releases. The shot, no good.
Familiar results for him. He can't get anything to go.
And there's a pick. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Bulls. They're coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
They failed to create enough good looks. The ball movement just wasn't quite where it needed to be.
Yeah, they had a hard time getting the looks they wanted on offense. And it's hard to get a win when that's the case.
Here's McNeil. They lead by their biggest margin of the game. It's at 15 points.
Oh, he has a lot of tools in the toolkit. That right there was just one of them.
Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over. And it sure seems like post play has evolved quite a bit over the past decade or two.
It really has. I mean, there aren't many big men who operate only on the low block anymore. But if they do, they're considered throwbacks.
Check it out, the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been scorching the Nets from range the last 10 games. Brooklyn, number 1.
Number 1, you have to have good shooters. Number 2, you have to take good shots. This team is both talented and disciplined.
Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. To the left side wing. Clock at 6. Here's Theus. And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Pass to McNeil. Here's Woodson. 17 points for him last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's Theus. Morales passes to Theus. Tipped.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
Here's McCarty. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
The Bulls trail by 19. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Here's Theus. And again, Chicago, no good.
If this quarter is any indication, he's not going to be the guy to turn this game around in their favor.
Here's McNeil. From outside, off the mark.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Morales passes to Theus. Six on the shot clock. Pass to Morales. They still need this. A nice shot by Chandler. Chandler's got 5 now.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Here's McNeil. Here's Cummings. They set the pick. Over to the left wing. Brooklyn needs to get off the shot here. Jacks up a 3. Wilcox pulls it in.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Pass to Blake. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by the Nets. They beat the Bulls during their last encounter in Chicago.
They flat out dominated the last time these teams squared off, particularly on the glass.
Yeah, but they can expect a whole lot more resistance this time around. No team likes to lose the rebounding battle.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Looking now for some consistency. Just too many missed shots.
Yeah, right now, Coach needs to draw up his best play. Get some points and give this team some confidence.
Time to get excited and get loud. Here they are. Team Fight. Here we go, fans. Get on your feet. Get loud. It's time for Team Fight.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Pass to Bonner. Here's Childers. The 3. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's going to make you pay.
Outside Grant. Here's McNeil. 10 points for him. Outside Grant. Just 3 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Bulls. Hudson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Bonner. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Childress. Pulls up at the elbow. And the jumper falls for him.
Yeah, he's leading the charge for them. But let's be honest, he needs more help if they're going to get out in front.
Well, consistent scoring is a good foundation for a comeback. They can't be wasting possessions now.
Out to the wing. Here's Chandler. 5 points in the game. They set the pick. From downtown, another 3 for Chicago.
Well, coaches will take that any day. Don't pass up open threes like that.
Pass to Graham. Fires for 3. He can't hit that time. Bulls trail by 12. Here's Rollins. Thornton pulls it in. Thornton's got 9 rebounds now. Here's McNeil. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Graham for three. And counted. Now 4 for 9.
And that's his first triple this quarter. 3 total for the game.
Chicago's gone 3 of 4 from outside so far in the second quarter. To the inside. Here's Chandler. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And he brings this game a little closer using a huge one-hand slam.
That's a great way to get your team back into it. Pass to McNeil. And here's Graham. Just 5 on the clock. Out to the right wing. Thornton can't get it to go. The Bulls trail by 13. Here's Bonner. To the middle. Here's Childress. That is now his 7th field goal in 10 attempts. Impressive.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
Ross, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. Nets leading by 11. Graham for three. They get the rebound. Thornton, and he dunks it down. And that's a double-double for him now.
Incredible work right there on the glass. Just doing all he can to extend that lead.
Hey, once you got him on the ropes, keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of it.
The shot by Hicks, no good. The Bulls trail by 13. Here's Blake. He got a piece of it. Ooh, it's stolen away.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was...
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Pass to Hicks. It's Graham on the wing. 11 points in the game. It's tipped. Here's Blake. Graham covering. Here's Childress. And there's 1:45 left in the second quarter. Blocked! And it goes out of bounds. That one off Graham.
Substitutions for the Nets. Fields. McNeil.
And so here is Chicago. They trail by 11. It's 2-on-1. Moving it up. Here's Thornton. And he battles for the ball. Gets the second chance bucket. Thornton's got 4 points in the quarter.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Pass to Childress. Once again, off the mark by Chicago. Brooklyn leading by 13. Graham up top. There's 53 seconds left in the first half. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer, no good.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Well, the Nets shooting at 49% so far in the game. Oh, swiped away. 19 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Here's Blake. No points so far. Pass to Rollins. That shot is off. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. They put in work down low, getting in close and scoring in bunches. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this.
All right, fans. Time to rev it up and get ready for your pocket push.
Welcome. First up on the agenda tonight, let's see how the Rookie of the Year race is shaping up.
Some great options in there. In fact, these guys might compete for all-star spots for the next few years.
That's a big leap, Kenny. One or two of them, maybe, but most guys don't ever get to that level.
Now we'll take a look back at that first half. What an all-around performance it was for the Brooklyn Nets.
Well, they got a lift from their bench. Those guys came in, got the buckets, took the pressure off their starters.
They have contributors up and down that roster. And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. The Bulls trail by 13. And so in the game for the Bulls, and it's Hudson in at the center position. Pass to Childress. Here's Bonner. Five on the clock. The Bulls need to get off a shot from the high post. Thornton pulls it in. Thornton's. Now here's Graham. 4-3. Offensive rebound. Three-pointer. Here's Thornton. Pass to Hicks. Let's go with a three. Sinks it from distance. Hicks has got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, that's a terrific kick-out pass. When the defense collapses like that on the inside, you've got open people outside.
Here's Chandler. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Fields can't get it to go.
This isn't how they wanted to start the second half. Only 1 of 4.
To the left side wing. Here's Chandler. It's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the look they want. It's tough working the mid-range area.
Graham for 3. And the three-pointer goes. Graham's got 14 points.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him at all times or he will bury you.
Here's Childress. He's got 17. Bonner. Pass to Rollins. It's hauled in by Fields. Brooklyn leading by 17. Pass to McNeil. Back to Graham. It's stolen away. Here's Bonner. Graham covering. Bonner with the bucket.
Well, he got to his spot in the mid-range, and that's a shot he's going to make more often than not.
Outside Graham. The three. And they recover it. Pass to Hicks. And here's Graham. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Here's Fields. 6 points for him. The rebound by Chandler. And he drives in. Here's Childress. Goes up on the wing. Nice shot there, making him 8 for 13.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's Fields. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. Such a wide open look. Give him 8. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And with this pause, let's take a look at the teams that have generated the most offense on the break this season. Number 1, the Bulls.
This squad loves to run. Their coaches allow them to play quick, free basketball, and it shows up in their fast break points.
Here's Bonner. Out left to the wing. There's a screen. This one for 3. Counted from distance. Bonner's got 5 points.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Here's Graham. Chicago with a rebound.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
Here's Hicks. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game from the arc. Rebound by the Bulls. Hudson's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Bonner pass to Childress. Down low. Pass to Bonner. The rebound by the Nets. Thornton's got his 18th rebound here tonight. All over the place.
Yeah, those shots from him are certainly not helping their case.
Bonner pass to Childress. For 3. And the ball out of play. The Nets will have it. And here's what the schedule for Brooklyn looks like. On Tuesday, they'll host the Oklahoma City Thunder. Then on Saturday, they head out on the road to face the Pistons in Detroit.
And that game against the Trailblazers, it's the second game of a back-to-back, so you know there'll be some heavy legs out there. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes its toll on your body.
Pass to Graham. From about 16, good as the jump shot falls. Graham's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You really have to question the defensive effort on that possession.
Yeah, I got to agree. Their defensive commitment's got to be a lot better.
And that one's good. Childress.
Well, they have to be thrilled with how reliable he's been tonight.
Brooklyn leading by 12. Pass to Fields. Back to Graham. Lays it up and banks it in. Graham's got 18 points in the game.
And I respect the strategy. Despite the sizable lead, you got to stay in attack mode.
Yeah, you got to keep going at him. You don't want to leave any hope for a comeback.
Here's Childress. 21 points in the game. Releases. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Childress has got 23 points. For Brooklyn, they've gotten 5 of 12 shots to drop in the third. Graham for 3. Nails it from 3. And the Nets lead by 15.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
Bonner pass to Chandler. From deep three-point land. And that one's no good. He's 5 of 7 in this one. Brooklyn has gone 3 of 7 from deep so far in the third quarter. Pass to Fields from behind the arc. Chicago grabs the miss.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
To the right side. Bonner pass to Childress. Here's Bonner. To the paint. Fades back. Thornton pulls it in.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Here's McNeil. 10 points for him. Here's Graham. And there's another one for Brooklyn.
Good work getting free of the defense and finding his shot.
The Bulls trail by 17. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the three.
Yeah, another thing you notice are all the assists. The ball just has energy, and everyone is getting involved.
He does not get the second one. Brooklyn leading by 16. Pass to McNeil. Inside. And it's blocked. Here's Bonner. 5 points in the game. And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
Well, after draining 3 triples in the first half, he doesn't have any in the second half. I know he's disappointed, but he needs to remain aggressive.
His first 3 of the half. That gives him 9 total points from beyond the arc so far.
Elbow shot. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes. Bonner's got 7 points.
What a difference a half can make. As much as he struggled in the first 2 quarters, he certainly made up for it with his play in the second half.
Here's McCarty. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game. 6 to shoot. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
They are uncautious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
There's a screen. Here's Blake. The rebound by McNeil. McNeil's got 6 rebounds in the game.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Graham for 3. Here's Thornton. And a two-handed jam.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
Here's Blake. No made baskets yet. Potter with the bucket.
Maybe he's playing better during winning time. Silent in the first half, but since then, he has taken over.
Here's Fields. He's got 11. Shoots a fadeaway. Basket counts. Graham's got 14 points here in the second half.
No one there to contest. Didn't really need the fade.
Blake, pass to Bonner. Here's Childress. Fires the 3. Knocks down the long J. Childress has got 10 points in the quarter.
Hey, he's doing whatever he can right now to pump up his teammates.
There's 49 seconds left to play in the third quarter. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Frazier, he's checked in for Chicago. Here's Blake. Yet to see a basket. And that one's good. Childress.
Look, he's doing what he can to try to keep them afloat offensively, continuing to stay aggressive.
Outside Grant. Pass to McNeil. Here's McCarty. Launches a 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. McCarty's got 7.
Well, for him, it hasn't been a big night. With his reputation, they've used him more as a decoy.
The deep 3. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets, ending the period up by a staggering 23 points. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. We'll be right back with you shortly. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just a selfless decision from your 2 guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
Yeah, that's great decision-making and one that embodies a team-first mindset.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And it's Woodson in at center. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Here's Cummings. Here's Woodson. Pass to Hicks. Here's Cummings. Takes a three. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
Here's Theus. And there's the screen. To the inside. Blake, the pass to Theus. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
When you get faced up at one end, you want to get it back at the other.
Bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
Here's Cummings. Well, some lament the death of the mid-range jumper in today's game. Grant, you got any fixes?
Well, some have suggested cutting out the corner threes. If the three-point line was only like above the break, teams would probably need to rely more on that mid-range.
He hits the second from the line. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. Here's Blake. Pass to Morales. Here's Theus. 18 feet out. Thornton pulls it in. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. He spins. Oh, swiped away. Here's Theus. Lets it fly. Woodson with a rebound. Woodson's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Thornton. Here's McCarty. Here's Cummings. That three's off the mark.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
All alone. Theus misses.
He hasn't done a whole lot to help their cause today. They could have used more offense from him.
Pass to Hicks. Takes the three. Chicago with a rebound.
Sometimes it's just not your night. Fortunately, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Blake with the bucket. And we continue to see the value of NBA franchises climb. Grant, are you glad you got in when you did?
Oh, yes, I am. I think beyond, though, the dollars and cents, it's just the joy of having a hand in the growth of this game and this league that we all love so much. Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one, doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
And Theus gets it to go.
After doing nothing from beyond the arc in the first half, he has turned things around.
Pass to Woodson. Here's the three. Pure from three-point range.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Here's Blake. And the Bulls tack on 2 more. And Brooklyn with possession here. Timeout, Nets.
Timeout.
Chicago making a switch here.
Substitutions on the court.
Here's Hicks. All right, Grant, as someone who played for and managed the U.S. men's national team, give us your all-time starting five.
And, you know, I think I'll go with two of the program's all-time leading scorers, Kevin Durant and Carmelo Anthony. And finally, you have to have Kobe Bryant because of just how he reset the culture in 2008.
Here's Wilcox, following the bucket by Brooklyn. Bonner. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Can you even believe this is the same guy? What a difference here in the second half.
Pass to McNeil. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Hicks, that's good.
The defense was just nowhere to be found. Because of that, he adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
Here's Bonner. Here's Blake. Graham covering. Here's Blake. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. Here's McNeil. Pass to Woodson. Here's Fields. There's the triple. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Backing up that last three with another three. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Here's Bonner. Well, a lot of eyes focused on NBA officiating, but where their eyes are focused is also a topic.
Yeah, the league's able to track officials' position on the court and even tell where they're looking. And you cross-check that with the results and train them where to be and where to keep watching.
Pass to Fields. Here's McNeil. Left side, Graham. Just 5 to shoot. Here's McNeil. The three is up. It's intercepted. And they're on the break. Here's Chandler. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
The Bulls making a switch here. Grant, you look at some of the rule changes in recent years. Does it seem to you like coaches' challenges are here to stay?
You know, B.A., it does. And I think that's a good thing. You know, I can think of a few calls I would have liked to challenge in my day. So it's a nice option to have.
Cummings, good.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
For Chicago, they've gone 6 for 11 here in the fourth quarter. Here's Childress. One thing you hear coaches like Steve Kerr say, let's not gift foul calls that you'd never tolerate in a pickup game. Do you agree? I
absolutely agree, B.A., and I think Steve Kerr has gotten that across to the league and the way guys officiate now, and I think that's good. Let's call fouls when a guy's trying to score or trying to make an offensive play and we actually foul him. Let's not reward guys when their only objective is to try to get fouled, jumping into people.
Here's Rollins. Here's Chandler. The rebound by McCarty. Outside Ross. Here's Cummings. Back to Ross. Pass to Cummings. 6 on the shot clock. They set the screen. The three is up. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Hudson's got 11 rebounds in the game. Got a hand on it. Here's Cummings. Pass to Ross. Deflected. For Chicago, they've gone 7 for 15 in the fourth. Here's Childress. Well, you ask the older generation about load management. They'll bend your ear about back in the day, Grant.
Oh, yes, we will. But it's true that today's players average more distance covered per game, even if they're not walking uphill both ways. So you got to take that into account.
And they call an illegal screen here.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Brooklyn making a switch here. Moody's checked in. Here's Bonner. Here's Rollins. Nails the baby hook.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreaking.
Here's Cummings.
1 minutes to play.
Outside Ross. To stop the Trout. Oh, a two-handed power slam.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Pass to Chandler. Here's Bonner. Puts up a three. He drops it from range. Bonner's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, you love assisted hoops. That's good offense.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Nets.
A pair of tremendous rebounding teams.
And these guys played a little harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
This will mark their 13th win of the year. Not a bad number.
And they've had their fingerprints all over this series, winning 2 straight and looking like they have this team's number.
Pass to Childress. No good from outside. Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
The things are definitely working offensively. A balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
From 13, Moody misses. Chicago with the ball. Here's Chandler. Here's Childress. Moody defends. Here's Bonner. Hits the trifecta.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Pass to Ross. He's on target from 8 feet out.
This has to feel good. They gave their fans a show and secured the W.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They did just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And before we go, we'll leave you with our player of the game.